Good morning, children. In the last period, we studied about the harvesting. Okay, how the farmer does the harvesting, what is the meaning of harvesting, when is it usually done, and with the help of what harvesting is done. Today we are going to study the last topic, that is storage. What is the meaning of storage? Storage means to store, right? After the harvesting is done, the farmers, whatever crop or whatever they have grown, the seeds that they get or the product that the farmer obtains directly from the farm, he doesn't take it to the market. He has to wait and watch for proper amount, right? For proper selling price he should get, right? So what does he do till it is not sold in the market? He stores it. He stores it at his house or whatever go down he has. So the storage is done. Now how the storage is done? He has to store it in such a way that even if he stores for 2 or 3 months, that product should not get spoiled. Fine, because if it gets spoiled, all his hard work that he has done in 3 to 4 months will be in water, right? It will be in vain. So let us see how the storage is done. Storage of produce is an important task. If the harvested grains are to be kept for a longer time, they should be safe from moisture, insects, rats and microorganisms. They should be safe. The farmer should keep this or store this grain safely. Safety from rats, insects, moisture, and microorganisms. He has to take care that none of these attack the stored production. Harvested grains have more moisture. If freshly harvested grains are stored without drying, they may get spoiled or attacked by organisms, which making them unfit for use for germination. Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried up in the sun. Everybody knows that in rainy season you can see many times the things get spoiled very fast in rainy season. Why? Because the moisture is present in the atmosphere. This moisture gets mixed up with the items which are kept open and they get spoiled very fast. So the farmer has to take care that whatever grains he has stored, first they have to be dried up in the sun. So the moisture part or the little water that is present inside the seeds, that also should get dried up. Only if they get dried up, he can store it for a longer time. Otherwise, if he doesn't dry up, then it will be attacked by microorganisms. The seeds may get spoiled and then it will be useless. He will not be able to sell in the market. He will not be able to use those seeds for sowing in his land again, because those seeds are spoiled and you cannot grow the spoiled seeds and neither you can sell the spoiled seeds. So the first thing that the farmer has to do is, what he has to do? He has to dry up his seeds if it has to be stored for a longer period, right? Okay, so in the storage, first he has to dry up the seeds before storing. Before the storage, okay. Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried in the sun to reduce the moisture in them. You know what is moisture? Moisture means beige, right? Okay. This prevents the attack by insect pests, bacteria and fungi. Farmers store grains in jute bags. You know what is jute bags? That sack race. Have you seen in sports day the sack race? Those are jute bags. So the farmer, he stores his grains in jute bags. However, large-scale storage of grains is done in silos and granaries, right? He stores it in silos or granaries. Granaries means one type of godowns. He stores it, if the production is very large, he stores it in silos or granaries. Okay. Dried neem leaves are used for storing the grains for home. For storing large quantity of grains in big godowns, specific chemical treatments are required to protect them from pests and microorganisms. dried neem leaves, kaduva limro, right? The dried leaves are put inside these seeds so that they don't get spoiled. And if the amount is very large, then what happens? Certain chemical treatments means some chemicals are used to keep these seeds or keep these grains safe from the insects or pests. In many at your house you must have seen in rice or in mug, you know, small insects. You must have heard about dhanera, ear. So to protect these grains, what does our mother do? Either she puts castor oil or she puts boric powder. Why does she does all these things? Because with the help of these chemicals, these pests or these small insects, they don't attack the grains. So farmers also do these things to protect its production from all these microorganisms or small pests or all that. Okay. And the last one now is food from animals. Now the next one is food from animals. Last topic of the chapter is food from animals. Okay. After completing the table, you must have seen that plants, animals also provide us with different kinds of foods. Many people living in the coastal areas consume fish as the major part of the diet, and in the previous classes we have studied that food we obtain is from plants. We have seen that the process of crop production involves a number of steps. Similarly, animals reared at home in the farms have to be provided with proper food, shelter and care, and this is called animal husbandry. Animal husbandry means what? That different animals like cows, buffaloes, horses, they are kept, they are provided with proper food, shelter and their products are given in the market, and that is called, this process is called animal husbandry. Is that clear? So in this chapter we have studied about agricultural processes, what the farmer does right from sowing of seeds to the storage of seeds. Sowing of seeds to storage of seeds, entire thing we have studied in this chapter. So in the next class we will start with keywords and we will do the exercise. So please children, read this chapter entirely so that when we are doing the keywords you don't have any problem or doubt. Okay? Please children, once again read this chapter at home with full concentration. Okay? Till then, bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.